IEC in Gauteng also reminding those who've registered for special votes to make use of the last opportunity today to cast those ballots ahead of the general elections, if you like, tomorrow. SABC News reporter Patricia Visagie is at the Waterkloof Marina retirement estate in Pretoria. That's home to a high number of approved home visits by the IEC. Patricia Visagie joining us now live for a sense of how things are faring there. And Patricia, officially voting stations opened at 9 o'clock. That means, technically speaking, Okoko Nomkhulu there should have an opportunity to cast their ballots.
Definitely it is their day, and perhaps for some the last day to have the opportunity to participate in the country's democratic process. And I must tell you, here at this retirement village, we've been here and they're really so excited. A lot of strong views that we've already heard that they're sharing with us as to why they deem it necessary and important to cast their votes. So I'm going to get into it because it's really about them, and we want to get their voices out and hear their opinions. And as I said, some of it very interesting. I'm going to start here with the gentleman here next to me. He'll introduce himself. Just give us your name and surname and why it's still important for you to vote. It's 30 years of democracy. There are a lot of issues there in the beginning, 1994, 30 years on. Where are you now? How do you feel about how things are happening in the country?
I'm Steve Goosen. I think the best way to sum it up would be mixed feelings. It's a very important day that we need to all put our cross down in terms of securing our future. Some of the mixed feelings are that, unfortunately, I think much of this, to many people, is about populism. You vote for who you like, not rather than who you think is most competent. And that opens many issues. And I would certainly like to see that we have something like minimum educational criteria for all office bearers, that you are not entitled to fill a public position without certain minimum criteria, that can give us confidence that we are appointing the best, not who is the most popular. And that is, that is saying a lot.
And you've highlighted that one of your concerns is the fact that there are so many officials, whether it is your councillors or electoral officials, that are still illiterate, and you feel that that compromises the democratic process.
I think so. To my mind, that should be a no-go. We have many good people, well-qualified people that we know may not be elected, and that's not good. We need to have a system that will enable us to ensure that the best people are voted into these positions, not who is most popular.
All right, thank you so much. We toss it to another senior citizen who's also waiting to cast her vote. Stel net jezelf voor, wat is uw naam?
Mijn naam is Isabel Hoog.
Sê net gou weer.
Mijn naam is Isabel Hoog.
Mevrou Hoog, dit is natuurlijk 30 jaar van democratie. Ja. Jy het voorheen vir my vertel dat u in 1994 ook gestem het. Dit is 30 jaar later. Hoe voel u oor die stand van sake in die land en hoekom is dit nog steeds belangrik vir u om te stem?
Dit is vir my baie belangrik om te stem, want ek het agterkleinkinders al. En ek voel ek wil 'n toekoms hê vir my kleinkinders en agterkleinkinders in hierdie land. Dit is hoekom dit vir my groot voorreg is. Ek is binne 'n maand, is ek 84. So, ek stem vandag met 'n traan in my hart, omdat ek teleurgesteld is in wat gebeur het van 1994 af. Dit het ons agteruit gegaan in hierdie land met rasseskrede. En dit is ontstellend vir ons, almal, Suid-Afrikaners, pers groen of geel. Dis hartseer vir al die al die korrupsie wat plaasvind, vir al die moorde wat plaasvind, vir al die plaasaanvalle. Dit is vir my verskriklik hartseer en dit is vir my 'n voorreg vandag. Ek wil dit doen, want dit is my reg om te stem en ek wil reg stem.
Baie dankie. Kom ons praat net gou met nog 'n persoon wat gaan stem. Ja, jy is klaar. Bring haar net nader vir my asseblief. Bring haar net nader. Of course, we're waiting for her to come forward. She's one of the senior citizens here who will be casting her vote. They say I must ask your age. How old are you?
Hello.
How old are you, Ma?
It's 96. I'm 96 years
96 years old. Wow, bless your soul. Tell us, I'm not sure, do you want to speak Afrikaans or in English?
Afrikaans.
In Afrikaans. Dit is 'n geseënde ouderdom.
Baie, ja.
Kan u met ons deel, as jy nou terugdink, 30 jaar gelede in 1994? Wat kan jy onthou tydens daai tyd toe almal vir die eerste keer gestem het? Ja.
Het is eintlik baie lank gelede, maar ek kan onthou dat ons was opgewonde omdat ons ook 'n stem het en ons kan, dit is ons seggenskap in die land, dis al wat ons het. Ons kan stem vir wat moet gebeur met ons land.
En in die afgelope 30 jaar, hoe voel u oor die stand van sake?
Dit het definitief nie agteruit gegaan nie. Ek weet jy, dit is 'n baie moeilike vraag vir 'n ou mens om te vra, want my verlede is my lekkerte. So vir my is dit moeiliker om hier te lewe, maar dit is reg wat aangaan. Dit is reg dat ons nou stem, dit is reg dat ons vorentoe kyk, ons kyk nie agtertoe nie. Dit is verby.
Wat is die hoop vir die toekoms?
My hoop is vir die toekoms dat die Here vir ons land sal sorg vir altyd. Ek het een keer op Tafelberg gestaan en geklim in die Kaap. Ons vir Jan Smits met 2 priesters gesien en sien bid. En dit is vir my baie aangenaam. Toe die mense vir ons op die berge gebid, ek hoop hulle bid nog altyd vir ons land.
Just give us your name and surname so that, you know, the whole of South Africa can see it. It's always such a joy and proud moment when we see our senior citizens who are still with us at such a beautiful age. You said 96 years old. Just give us your surname.
I'm called Kuti Kotsi. I'm Jacoba Margareta. I'm called Quran 96 years old.
If you had a message to South Africans, tomorrow everyone will be voting. Of course, today is special votes, but tomorrow the whole country will be voting. What would your message be to the rest of South Africa?
Stem soos jy hart vir julle sê om te stem. Moenie teen jou gewete stem nie en stem soos jou gebed vir jou sê, dit is die regte ding om te doen, sodat ons land vorentoe gaan. Ons moet net vorentoe gaan, almal van ons. Dis al.
Baie dankie. 96 years old, and in short, her message to South Africa is vote with your conscience. This, as of course we're closing the special votes. Today's the last day and heading up for the national votes tomorrow, where everyone will get the chance to participate, and she is urging everyone to really just do the right thing and vote with your conscience. And here's the IEC. Clement joins me right now just to give us an overview of what's happening in the capital city. Thank you so much, Clement, for joining us. Is everything in order? Is it all systems go throughout the capital city where the IEC's operations are in place?
Indeed, greetings to you and to your viewers as well. We have had, ample time to prepare for this grand occasion as the Electoral Commission. We pride ourselves with being preeminent in terms of running elections, and this is evidence of what is happening and transpiring currently. Starting with yesterday's processes of day one of special vote, we processed a number of voters who visited voting stations and whom were visited by IEC officials, that just like you are seeing here. And it's all systems go. We are implementing what we have been so much planning for. There has not been any major incidents that, were out of the ordinary, which, in any event we cannot control. So I must say we are on top of the game as the Electoral Commission.
We did receive some complaints yesterday. There was a retirement home in Teresa Park in north of Pretoria where the IEC was extremely late. There was a bit of panic and we were in Mamelodi, same there, an old age home where your officials were not there, I think around 10 o'clock. When we were there, they still had not arrived. Are those issues sorted out, the late arrival? And maybe if you can just take us into your confidence, why were you late at these particular areas?
Yeah, I think I must confirm that especially with an arrangement where you've got old age homes, there need to be thorough communication with those that are managing the facilities. And where there are miscommunications, in some instances, you would find that, we don't have the same understanding of what time we'll be starting. Noting as well that, voting and preparation starts at the voting station initially, where staff will be, doing their final planning, packaging their material that will be going out. And that must go out under a scrutinized environment. We're also relying on other stakeholders like your metropolis who must escort this, security material. So in some of the instances, we've had to juggle around, availability of resources from our law enforcers, and we could not go out without them. But I think better communication has ensued, with our host in those facilities. Just like we are here today, there's always that expectation that the IEC must communicate the time, but those has been sorted out and voting has been done in those two respective voting stations, or rather the old age homes.
All right, thank you so much. Of course, it's all systems go here in the capital city. You would understand that Gauteng remains the focus point. Tshwane being the capital city is one of those areas that everybody is focusing on. It's one of the areas where you have a large number of voters and of course closing the special votes, but tomorrow gearing up for the masses who will be heading to the polls. The IEC also confirming that it's all systems go, everything smoothly. Of course, we monitor here on the ground. We toss it back to studio.
All right, Patricia, Visagie, good to hear. Thanks very much indeed. Patricia's live to us there from the capital city, and I suppose having a good news story to tell as we mark day 2 of special voting.